two ninjas spoiling movies.
Yeah,
And Brandon Collins.
that's me.
It's just a brand for your movie needs. Medium popcorn.
Woo!
You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it.
Who's the master?
Well, that's your warning.
Uh.
And if you get pissed, it's all your fault. Ooh, 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 ooh.
What's up, little business sun-dried tomatoes? It's your boy Eddie Collins.
Guys, and it's Justin Brown.
That's right. We are Medium Popcorn, and we are back with another edition of Patriot Fridays.
Patriot Fridays.
That's right, folks. If you don't know, if you sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/Medium Popcorn, you get an opportunity possibly to be a guest on the episode with Justin and I, our crazy asses. And today we have a longtime fan, Nicole. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys doing this evening, afternoon?
We doing as good as we can. We about to talk about this crazy ass 1995 movie that I don't know how we haven't done it, because this has a talking monkey in it, played by a human being and crazy ass Tim Curry. But before we get to that, Nicole, how did you find out about the podcast?
I think I remember. I think Brandon was probably 10 years ago now, was a guest on a podcast I stopped listening to called Guys We Fucked. That's the first time I think I heard of Brandon.
Oh, wow.
Don't listen to that podcast anymore. But and then
one of the hosts took a huge right turn.
A huge jump.
It's all right. It happened to a lot of people in the comedy community. I used to run a show in Astoria, Queens. That was just by the old location yesterday, and she was so hard right. She was at January 6th. Yep, it happens. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
No, yeah, like I still remember the exact episode. I just cut it off. It's like I'm done. So and then I learned about your guys' podcast through the Black Guy Who Tips.
Yes.
And every Saturday every Saturday I'm in the chat. I'm a what they call them, freeloaders. On 3GO, Three Guys On. So I'm there every Saturday.
The whole podcast family. Okay. Ryan, Karen, and Andy and Randolph. Okay.
Yeah. Listen to all you guys. Love the show. Patreon. Back during COVID, I lost my job and I tweeted out, I'm like, I gotta drop my membership, can't afford it. And you guys sent me an email saying, nah, we got you. So I appreciate that. So let me have a free membership for 2 months.
Of course.
Now I'm just paying it forward.
We appreciate you. Which episode? Yeah, which episode do you think it was the one that hooked you?
I'm trying to think. The episode that hooked me, I think it was one of the. It had to be Endgame or one of those. I think that probably hooked me. That was probably hooked me. But I know for a fact my favorite episode is when I wrote in and asked you guys to do Love Potion number 9. You guys ripped it to shreds, and I learned to stop asking you guys to do my favorite movies growing up because I haven't watched them since I was a kid. That was it.
See, this is the thing, folks. Again, patreon.com/Medium Popcorn, because we do it for y'all. We do these movies for y'all. Like Justin and I, we could go all day just watching movies we like that we could just talk positively about. Then people are like, oh, you should watch Love Potion number 9. Like, starring Tate Donovan. He got an opportunity to lead a film, and it's fucking crazy. Check it out on Patreon. Behind the page.
Yeah, I stopped it. Like, y'all ain't gonna ruin my movies, but Congo was one of my favorite movies growing up, and we'll see how this goes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Nicole. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm always telling the truth with Justin when it comes to weird ass movies and how many times I watched them. I saw Congo conservatively in the movie theater at least 4 times. My Nana and I really love this movie, because it's right after Jurassic Park. It's a Michael Crichton adaptation. And to be honest, and even now, even with the Kingdom, the Planet of the Apes and stuff, we're never going to get into a movie like this because this is so fucking crazy.
No, we're never.
Even with the ape movies, I think they're never going to go to the bestiality like, hey, humans might start fucking these apes. This movie, Peter and Amy clearly had some type of shit going on. And it just never solidified through like affection. But there's so many red flags. And then for some reason, Laura Dern's like, but I want Peter to pay attention to me. It's like, girl, your husband, ex-husband, whatever, fiance, just got banged up by Cujo over here. And then you over here pining for this mopey head white dude who's not doing nothing. I mean,
yo,
I'm sorry, I went on a rant.
He would have slept with that monkey before he gave her any fucking play. She had zero shot with that guy. But I just gotta say, Laura Linney, right?
It's Laura Linney,
Yes,
yeah.
Laura Linney. I did not realize it was her from this film. Now, mind
she
you,
looks better now. She looks better now.
No, but actually, hold on. I didn't finish, Brandon. I didn't finish. So she was in Ozark, right? Yes. She plays, the wife in Ozark. There was always something in Ozark. I was just like, she's not my thing. But at the same time, I see it. I see why she was, doing what she's doing. If you haven't watched Ozark, I'm sorry. She
plays cold-hearted chick really good. Like,
but I gotta say, for some reason, she was doing it for me in this film.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I saw this 4 times in the movie theater, and it wasn't just because Tim Curry's out of his goddamn mind. I mean, Justin.
Well, I can say it now, statute of limitations are up, but we had stolen cable growing up. So there's like a ton of movies I watched a million times, and it's because it was on HBO all the time. So I haven't seen this movie probably since I was in middle school. But even like there's movies, my husband was like, well, how do you remember that movie? I was like, we had stolen cable, and I used to just have HBO playing in the background when I was doing homework. And so there's so many movies that are just stuck in my head that I'm like, oh, that's such and such movie. Like, oh, you're like a xenophile? Like you love movies? I'm like, no, we had stolen cable.
Wait, did you have the box that you could press the little button and then it kicks it over?
Yep. And every year or so we had to get a new one. We had to go back to the swap meet, get a new one.
No, my dad got a really good one, and it lasted us like 10 years.
Oh yeah, we did that when we got the satellite dish. Somebody owed my dad money and hooked us up.
Oh jeez.
No, because my dad ended up buying it was like a 80-inch like fat back screen, flat screen TV.
Oh, that had to be heavy as hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Your family was rich.
It was a wall. No. He bought off a crackhead.
That sounds about right.
See, that's the thing is a lot of people forget with certain TVs and like having cable in the house, people thought you were rich. And I was like, no, my family's poor. Like, well, we're not poor, but we prioritize the wrong things. Like I had cable in the house, right? So I didn't have to do any of this bootleg stuff y'all talking about. But then when I was in high school, I ended up sleeping in a motel at my time. So,
Look, I always tell people on my mom's side, they're all scammers and preachers. And then there's the rest of us. So we always know somebody who knows somebody. And to this day, it's like, well, you need that. Go ask your cousin such and such. Like, what do you mean? Like, they know somebody. Like, real true story. I have an uncle, may he rest in peace. He was notorious in Fresno, California, because he would go through the ceilings of furniture stores and steal furniture and come out and pull it through the ceilings.
What a Mission Impossible.
Yeah. He may he rest in peace. He's been dead for about 30 years at this point, but he was
would arms just come out of the ceiling?
Well, no, he knew somebody who had he knew some people who had the stuff, and they said because the sensors were on the ceilings, they were on the windows and the doors.
That's wild.
Wow, that's
he was a wild boy. If he was alive right now, he'd be like 90. He'd be like 87 years old. Wild guy.
If it's not too offensive to ask, I was going to ask, how did he pass? Did he pass during one of these heists?
No, he actually passed in jail.
Okay. Well, technically, maybe.
He had a bad heart. He was he was a pharmaceutical rep at a lot of truck stops also. So he was a wild guy back in this.
He saw some wild 80s stuff.
Yeah. Like every once in a while, somebody would bring up a story. I'm like, wow. I was like, that's why I only met him once. You're like, my mom goes, that's why you only met that man once.
Because he was in prison the rest of the time.
So he had a shady past, almost like a Herkimer Homolka, played by Tim Curry. And this is one of the craziest performances I've ever seen in my life.
I couldn't figure out what
it's a Brandon Romanian accent.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Romanian. That's nuts.
He was out of his fucking mind. I mean, even from C1, when he's looking at the presentation that Peter's doing with Amy at that school, and he's got that ring, and he doesn't even say a word. It's just his face. He's like, you're like, oh boy. Like Tim Curry, man, it's so sad that he had a stroke because he is one of the most expression like not expressionless, expressful actors I've probably ever seen. Between this and Rocky Horror Picture, even Home Alone 2, like his face, he could do so much with his face.
Yeah.
And for him, you know, I don't know if you all have seen footage of him like post stroke, but it's
I actually seen him post stroke at
he's paralyzed
a comic thing.
Yeah, so it's really unfortunate, but this performance is
it's Oscar award winning for me. Don't ever let me be in charge of the Oscars. What people should get Oscars for, people be like, why? I'm like, because it moved me. It made me laugh.
I'm trying to think of who, because this is unintentionally funny. Because this movie does take itself very seriously.
Yes.
And so it's like wild to know, like, on set they had to laugh, right?
Yeah,
at the ending with the monkeys jumping all around. Like, I want to know the behind the scenes. I started looking up, like, can I find the DVD? Like, is there behind the scenes footage how they filmed that? Because I did watch the behind the scenes of it back as a kid because HBO had it, but I don't remember what they said about how they got the monkeys to jump around.
No,
or the people in those suits.
I remember seeing that HBO special you're talking about because they really focused on the hippo scene and like and how they did the animatronics and stuff like that. And I remember thinking that I think that's another reason why I love this movie is it gives you so much for no reason. Like it gives you so many wild set pieces where you're like, did we need this hippo scene? Did we need them to jump out of this plane? Like, why is Ernie Hudson in this? Even though he's the best thing in the movie.
Yes,
he's fucking awesome.
His fucking accent. I was just like, all right, you had Tim Curry, and then you had Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, he was doing what was he doing? It was a British?
I think that was a British accent.
No, but he's probably South African.
Oh, that would make sense. Oh, what's the name of the one actor who said, "Stop eating my sesame cake"? Like every time I think of the movie, that's what scene sticks out. That and the tickle me. I'm Amy. I don't know why, but I knew this girl in high school and I used to do that to her. She hated me, but I can see why.
I would hate you too. when Peter's talking to Laura Dern's character and she's like, "Tickle me, Amy." I'm like, nope. I'm like, everyone, time out.
He gets her drunk. She's like, you're giving her a martini? Just one.
Yeah, she can only just have just one. I'm like, what? That's
what?
A gorilla. What does she go?
Right? Like, don't they rip people's faces off when they get angry?
No, that's a chimpanzee. A gorilla can just destroy anything in its path. Like that's really just like putting the Hulk on a plane. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like normal, it was Ernie Hudson who gave her the banana with the tranquilizer, and her boyfriend got all upset. He's like, "What do you mean you tranquilized her? Like, we're about to jump out of a plane. She can't be awake for that. Yeah. Like, come on now."
I will say,
I just refer to him as her boyfriend.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're going to talk more about Peter and Amy because I have a lot of questions, comments, and concerns. I do want to shout out Grant Heslov, who played Richard, Peter's assistant or maybe partner ? I didn't understand their whole dynamic because he's helping.
He didn't want to be there.
Yeah, but he's helping to take care of Amy. But he seems so afraid of Amy. Like when she has her night terrors, he seems terrified. He doesn't really know what to do. I mean, but you did feel bad for him, like you said, Nicole. He didn't want to go. Like he said, "I hate picnics. You're taking me to fucking Africa." And then on top of that, it's like killer animals. You got these African people trying to kill each other. Planes are blowing up. He's got a skydive. Then he gets attacked by hippos and shit. He's just miserable. And then on top of that, you had the interrogation scene where he's like, "This is Kafka." He's like, "Who's Kafka? Me? Tell me." It's just his comedic timing in some of those scenes was hilarious.
But that scene particularly was very much like The Room because it was like a minute and a half and it just went nowhere. It's just like this guy's just interrogating him and then it just goes somewhere else. We're just like, what?
Yeah, this is directed by Frank Marshall, who most recently did the Black Little Mermaid remake.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a huge filmography, but Congo's fucking nuts in there. Oh wait, did I make that up? Yep, never mind. That's different Marshall. That was Rob Marshall. Frank Marshall did.
I was like, that's a weird leap. But...
yeah. Hold on. Let me correct myself.
That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Rotten Tomatoes will take away our accreditation. Frank Marshall did Arachnophobia, that movie Alive.
Oh my God.
Congo, and then his last movie was 8 Below.
Wait,
which is the Paul Walker
Arachnophobia?
We've never done I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that movie since a kid either. Oh my gosh. I know they end up in San Francisco.
That's a fear cast type movie because I hate spiders.
We should review it on the boat. We should review it on the boat, or we should go to like a spider farm or something.
Oh, nah, I don't think I could do that. You literally see me freak the fuck out.
I'm seeing you freak the fuck out right now.
Ugh. I'm like
Okay.
all itchy and shit.
Nicole, when you rewatch this movie, I do have a question for you. Since you watched it as many times as it seemed like I did, but when you were younger, right? Revisiting this movie, did you realize that the whole thing is about fucking diamonds for a communication company?
No, it didn't. I remember there's something with diamonds, but when watching it as an adult, that's why I like going back and watching movies I haven't seen like in a million years. I was like, oh, they were there for a diamond in a communication company. I work in tech, on cybersecurity, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell does a diamond got to do with communication. So I don't know.
And weapons
Somebody
making, 'cause
knows.
they had lasers and guns and stuff. Also, did we talk about Bruce Campbell being in this at the beginning?
Yeah, that was wild. Once I saw him, I was like, wait, Bruce Campbell's in this?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell, and then the other dude who like is awakened by the tribe, which I feel like there's a bunch of white creatives on this thing. I don't feel like there's anything authentically African about this movie. But we'll get to that. But that was Oscar nominated. I'm sorry.
Other than the militants.
Right.
Like that's the only thing I was like, oh, okay, that's African.
Okay,
There's way too many white people in this.
Yeah, but Oscar nominee John Hawkes played the white guy who was like awakened and then dies again after he sees Amy.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, this is like before a bunch of people blew up and started getting like awards and stuff like that. But yeah, this movie is just all over the place. I mean, we have Joe Pantoliano who pops up at the okay. Where should we start? Because I feel like people have seen this movie.
I don't know.
I don't know what to really because the plot is so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. There's this communications.
That was the era Michael Crichton was getting everything made because he did ER, he did Jurassic Park, and it was just like, oh, so he, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but at that time Jurassic Park just made a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Michael Crichton, a bunch of stuff like Sphere was getting made with Dustin Hoffman, Samuel Jackson, like everything
that
he wrote
sucks.
basically. Yeah, it's terrible. But a lot of stuff he wrote was optioned in some form or fashion. It took a while for them to make this movie though, over 15 years, because even though this is one of the highest selling books from Michael Crichton, according to UBS trivia, he held back on it because he wanted to make sure that they could use real gorillas.
So wait, was he waiting for the technology to get talking gorillas in the film? Like
maybe he was on some James Cameron. I don't know what's going on, but I mean,
white man dreams. I want them.
Yeah. Now I do feel like with the technology of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and stuff like that, I feel like there's a way to reboot this, to remake this.
Yes, 100%.
But I don't know if the story is strong enough to warrant a remake.
Actually, you know what though? I think that you can remake this. I know, we haven't really talked about the movie that we're talking about. Let's say a remake.
Folks, just watch it on Showtime, aka Paramount Plus. It's over there.
So if you're doing the whole thing that, okay, they're reuniting Amy with, where they're taking her out to the wild, right? So she was a gorilla in captivity, and they're like, all right, we're releasing to the wild, and then somebody else jumps on that because they're doing it for some nefarious reason. For me, I would think if we're going diamonds, we're going blood diamonds, right? Just trying to get rich. Which I think that they probably should have just went instead of being a communication company. That's because that's weird. Unless they go, it's just like a company is trying to mine some sort of mineral, not diamonds, but some sort of mineral, which could be used in like EV cars or something like that, which is extremely valuable. Yeah. All of that, it can be done, but it's just how are they going to write around that and this gorilla?
Well, that's the thing too, is like, I mean, because this movie is so convoluted with like, you have this communications company that's clearly, exploiting this third world country and like its resources so it can have capital gain. Like this founder, who's Bruce Campbell's dad, apparently is like, this technology could change the world and we can be, the pioneers in the industry, and that'll turn around our fortunes, because it's implied that the company's not doing too well, even though he's just throwing all the money out the window for this expedition.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Laura Linney's.
They couldn't even go on the expedition without her homegirl. She had to cut a check because, what you call it, Tim Curry, he ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't surprised by that. I mean, Richard was just like,
Neither was I. I was like,
An accent.
yeah, Richard's like a Romanian philanthropist. Like, how does this make any
I was
sense?
like, that doesn't make sense.
He's like, I travel the world doing good. You're like,
I do
okay, Dracula, calm down.
yeah. Some of the dialogue in this movie, everyone, is fucking out of control. Like when Peter says, "I'm not a pound of sugar. I'm a proctologist." I was like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "There's no. How did he even get that out of his mouth?"
Okay, so I just want to say that this movie is completely held together by Ernie Hudson.
Yes,
he holds this film together.
I didn't
Does he
realize
hold
that
it together
until watching it.
No,
Yeah.
he does. He's like the only person that actually makes sense in being there. And like he is a person, like they get from scene to scene to scene because of him, because they would have died a long time ago.
I did like that line he said where he's like, "You're in much better hands than you should be."
Yeah,
implying like I'm the man. Like y'all got hooked up.
Well, he's also like, "Listen, I'm going to lead an expedition going here. You don't want to come? You don't have to come. But I'm going to let you know this place is dangerous. You're not going to live. So figure it out. Bye." It's like, he was not playing games, and he really took charge of it. But like, that's the thing. Like, he actually moved the scenes, moved the stories forward. Without him, this is like 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah. And plus, like, and he figured everybody out in the first 5 seconds of knowing them. Everyone else was just in shock and awe, like, "Oh my God, you're broke. You don't have money, Mr. Philanthropist." And blah, blah. He's like, "Okay, you're this, you're this, you're that." And he's like, "Let's get it going." And he knew everybody. He's like, "Look."
Yeah, well, everyone seemed to recognize Homolka because one, I mean, you don't really forget a guy who looks like that. I mean, the reboot, you got to get Tommy Wiseau to play that role, basically.
Oh yeah,
but that's why I think a reboot can never work, because you got to get someone that's you're never going to get a memorable performance like that, because that was a choice that Tim Curry made that everyone subscribed to. That like you would never convince anyone to do that again.
I don't think they told him to do that. I think he just showed up the set and like, "Look, this is what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And they're just like, "All right."
Tim Curry is like, at that point, who's going to tell him no?
Right?
I mean, after
tell me no if you want to. I'm still doing it.
Yeah, true. I mean, I feel like after like a few takes, I'd be like, "Hey Tim, can we?
What's going?
Can we come up with a different?"
He's still
approach?
in character too.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Actor?
I wonder
I don't know
if
if Tim Curry's a method actor or not.
That would be hilarious if he was for this. That'd be great. Him and Ernie Hudson just talking their crazy ass accents.
It's like, "Listen, Tim, I'd rather you give me Pennywise than what you're doing right now. Give me Pennywise. This does not work."
He's like, "Trust me, it's going to work." Wait, how did this movie do in the box office? I didn't look that up.
It made $152 million.
So it's $100 million, surplus of money, profit rather. Because it was made.
And
for
this was what 95.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's good for 95, right?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it performed better than expected at the box office, even though it did get negative reviews, which is no shocker. I mean, even
see why.
I mean, even in the 90s, but I feel like given the technology where it was at that point, this had to be. And I remember as a kid watching, like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of impressive, but it's also like this story is just a lot. Like, even as a kid, I'm like, what are they doing? Like, why is she? Because Laura Linney, I guess she needs Peter's expedition to return Amy back to the wild as a cover, but that can only take them so far. They kept getting caught up with the locals and then fucking extorted. Eventually, Laura Linney was either going to run out of money or they were just going to take her money and kill them all.
Yeah.
Like, it made no sense. Like, when they had all those men and the plane and stuff, like, there's no way you're paying these people enough to basically it's like a suicide mission where you're going, because how are they going to get back?
Well, yeah.
when they were on the plane, I have a question. What was Laura Linney's backstory? Because when they're on the plane and she's over there shooting down rockets with flares, I want to know how would you know that? Like,
they said she was in the CIA.
Yeah. I remember they said that she.
Oh, that's right. They did say that. Okay, that makes sense. And now she works at AT&T. Got it. All right, that tracks.
Yeah, it was weird because
they
implied that she's some kind of weapons specialist, because once she gets that diamond and that laser at the end, she starts cutting those apes down. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, Peter was not. happy with this movie. They were.
Oh no, we probably can't redo it. PETA ain't gonna be happy.
She killed the fuck out those apes.
But here's the crazy thing:
slicing them up.
By the time she showed up with that laser and started mowing down those apes, Amy had already shown up and been like, "Hey, apes, y'all back down. Y'all ain't fucking with my man." So the apes are already done. There's like, this guy's chosen. He's chosen. Then all of a sudden, laser, slice. It's like, yo, she didn't even have to do that at that point.
Can we be honest though? When Amy does the bad gorilla, Amy can beat the fuck down. She's getting murdered by these apes, right?
Well, I mean, the gorillas don't know what she's saying.
But they know she looked crazy, and they know there's one of her and 20,000 of us.
But that's the thing, is like, and to your point, yes, because for one, they don't know what she's saying. But at the same time, in their little lair before you got in there was a boneyard of like normal gorillas. So you have one of her, and those are silverbacks out there.
Yeah.
There's one of her. She rolls up on all these gray gorillas. And you're going to tell me those gorillas just like, yo, everybody back down. She's got the heat. No, they're going to limb from limb.
With her fucking Nintendo VR boy system on her body and shit. I was like, yo, how are they even charging this thing? I had so many questions about the
wait, no, they're in the jungle. You can't get solar in the jungle. I watched Naked and Afraid, and no, solar don't work in the jungle.
Not back in 1995?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's 95 technology. Definitely not.
You know, they posited that this company, the communications company, is so rich that they had like remote like video. Because he's able to control the video monitor to see the destroyed campsite at the beginning of the movie from like California or wherever the fuck they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, yo, that's crazy technology and money that you have right there.
But it got knocked over and it didn't work. So that's also very 1995.
Speaking of that, the callback when like Lori Lenny calls and like gives a status update, and then the footage goes down because Amy knocks over the camera, and he's like, the boss is like, God damn it! I'm like, wouldn't you have a bigger reaction? Because basically, if you're thinking it's a repeat of the first time, you know you ain't getting that diamond now.
Well, no, because that's why he sent another team.
You sent another team?
Yes.
When?
Wait. No, but that other team came in and they had just parachuted down. So that doesn't even
because the other team was the people that Joe Pantoliano recruited. Because remember, they were like, you're supposed to get the works at that big plane, and that's why I had all that cargo.
No. So
they're polluting the fuck out of this jungle.
You remember the plane that got shot down?
Yes.
Yeah.
After they parachuted out, right?
Yeah. That was the second team that he sent.
Oh, you're right. They did say that. That's right. She said we got to get there for the other team.
But they had not talked to her yet to think that, she wasn't going to make it. So it's like, it's either they put that in out of order and didn't realize that doesn't make sense. Because other than that, other than the fact is like, okay, the whole Civil War and everything happening is just like, all right, maybe she's not going to get in there. Hey, send somebody else. But like the way it was kind of framed was like, hey, we weren't sure if you were actually going to get in there. So I sent another team, but they immediately got shot down. But that was like 5 minutes after they just landed, in their parachutes. So therefore he was just like, she left. And then 10 minutes later, it's just like, I don't think she's going to do it. Send somebody else right behind her.
Well, because she still loved the son, which I think that storyline was just kind of dumb because she knew who her former father-in-law was, because from the very beginning, even when he said, no, it's not about the diamond, I was like, okay, can she not, you're CIA, but you can't read that this dude's lying.
Exactly.
I was like, he didn't like cry, he's like, oh wait, yeah, it's not about the diamend, get my son's body.
Once a nigga says, do as I say, I'm like, nah, bro.
Beat him. Beat him.
She just wanted to go I think her mission was, she really wanted to go get that dude's body. That's all she cared about. She knew he wasn't about them diamonds, and I really think it's bullshit she threw that diamond out because Ernie Hudson was like, what the hell? But her and White Boy were like, it's okay. I'm like, of course. That's several $1 million.
Yeah, all these people died. It's okay. We don't gotta give the family
it to the
nothing.
locals. I don't know.
Survival of a love. and morals. Fuck you.
No, fuck your morals and your love. I
like,
need diamonds.
I hope this takes us somewhere safe or somewhere nice or some shit. I was like, what? That's our.
You ain't got no diamonds to pay for nothing.
Like, word.
Currency.
Word.
How you ain't got no job to go back to once you get to America.
Right?
You can get back. Because there's a war happening here. They probably shooting down that fucking balloon.
Actually, yeah, that's a big
That's what really happened.
because nobody outside the Civil War, no one involved knows what the fuck just happened to all of them.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They'll be like, hey, stop, please. We just got tapped by a bunch of crazy gorillas. Like,
they'll be like, okay,
you too.
You have money? They'd be like, no. And then Ernie Hudson would be like, y'all, and you threw away that diamond.
Yep.
Like,
you know what? I think we just figured out the epilogue to this movie. They all died.
They had to.
Yeah.
They really did.
How are you gonna? It was
Look, Ernie Hudson over here being a magical Negro had to die to save this white woman and this white man and this dumb monkey.
When I first saw this movie, I definitely thought he was going to die.
Yes, so did I.
Yeah,
I was like, "There's too many black men going down."
No, but I knew that it was a good shot that he was going to make it, only because there are so many other black people to catch the L.
There were.
That's odds. Actually, in the epilogue, he probably was the only one to survive because if they got shot down, he knows people. He said, "Go ahead and take them." They threw that diamond away.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's probably
the only one who survived.
Yeah,
him and the monkey.
Languages. So he's just like, nah, white devil.
Nah,
you're right.
Diamond. I want to go take to them diamonds. She already killed the monkeys for us. Let's go. Like that's right. What
you know what? We're 100% right because he's a mercenary. At the end of the day, he's not loyal to anybody.
Yep.
And if she quit her job and she severed ties, who's going to pay him?
Yep.
Unless he already got that money up front, which is possible.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No,
yeah.
He didn't get that money up front because he was hired by somebody else to come in. She didn't even know who he was at first.
Yeah,
he was like, "Hey, I'm your best guess. To get where you got to get."
Yeah, he was hired by Joe Pantoliano's character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's right. Yeah, that's right. He said he doesn't leave the airport, right, or something.
Nope. Well, I mean, even though he did at some point, he was at the other airport.
Yeah,
and he was like, I don't. It's almost like they brought him back during reshoots. They're like, "Oh yeah, I know. I said I don't leave the airport, but I'm back at this scene to help you guys out. Here, let me stamp your passport.
We got to move it along."
Yeah, it was so ridiculous.
Nigga friends, bye.
It was so unnecessary. And why was Ernie Hudson's character? Why was Monroe just able to carry Amy while he's skydiving?
Well, that's the other thing. Amy was knocked the fuck out because he gave it a tranquilizer, right?
So heavy, right?
But
she woke up on the way down, right?
No, she
bit him.
Well, she bit him after they landed and everything. But the thing is, if you watch, he's using the fucking the navigating, the fucking parachute, and she's holding on to him, wrapped around him. So it's like she was technically awake and holding on to him. She had that gorilla clutch on him. I'm just like, so wait, because he didn't have her wrapped on him or anything. Also, if I were going to do that, I would put Amy face out just in case she did wake up, because she sees who I am and she tears my fucking face off or bites or just bites me or whatever. And also, a gorilla bites you, my brother. It's not going to be so, she has a crazy bite. No, you did.
Like, where's your arm? Well, Amy bit it. So
yeah, he's stumbling out that jungle.
Collarbone.
Yeah, he's stumbling out that jungle scene. Laura literally like, good luck. It just falls over. He's bleeding out.
Yeah, because like they actually should have had is just like, hey, random African guy, strap this gorilla to your chest because you are not gonna make it once you hit the ground with this gorilla, because there's no way that he would live from a gorilla bite. And then also Amy's scared, disoriented from waking up after getting a tranquilized fucking banana. It's like, yo, she is ripping his shit apart. And then she's probably going to be horny, so she's looking for her boyfriend.
Do you know who wrote this script?
Peter, that relationship was really, as an adult, I'm like, wait a minute, they're a little too close. Mm-hmm. And I remember as a kid, I didn't put two and two. I knew what a martini was. I knew it was an alcoholic beverage because, I'm like, was it 95? So I'm like 10, 11 watching it. But as an adult, I'm like, wait, how do you guys have martini mix? Like, y'all just keep it with you. Like,
listen, the
like,
screenwriter is
On that
John
record.
Patrick Shanley, who he wrote the play Doubt, which was adapted into a film with Viola Davis and Meryl Streep that's about molestation at the church. And he also wrote Moonstruck.
Yep, Nicolas Cage.
Yep. So he has a very fucking weird view of relationships in film. So that's why the Amy Peter situation is very, very confusing. I mean, Peter's just not good at his job.
No,
He's not good at anything. He doesn't read. He's on the spectrum, right? Because he's not reading the situation or the people at all. Tim Curry literally is almost twirling his fucking mustache at every scene. Like Richard's like, nothing about this is good. And he's just like, I gotta get Amy back to the jungle. It's like there's way easier ways to do this. And also, why? Like,
well, also there's preserves and things like that, which aren't in the dangerous parts of the African fucking Congo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Well,
they
couldn't
could have taken her anywhere, but taking her to the Congo, where for one, she's not going to survive out there because obviously, you know, the way this
She's too
movie
domesticated.
sets it up, she's been
Mhm.
domestic, she's been out of there for a very long time. So they found her obviously when she was pretty young to the point where they could teach her how to sign language. She's so attached to this dude and whatnot. So putting her back out there, the gorillas would be like, "Who you?" They would just tear her
Yeah,
up.
the first set of gorillas didn't like
Yeah.
her. Remember, they weren't trying to be her friend. They're like, nah, bitch.
Oh, yeah,
not today. Like, something wrong with her.
They're
But
like,
then I
"Oh,
was
you
trying to figure out,
talking?"
like, they're like, she's strange. She's a little touched, as they say. But they didn't explain, like, when she comes back at the end with her little new monkey friends, her little tribe. How you just said that she wasn't going to assimilate, like, what, 20 minutes earlier in the film, but now all of a sudden she's just like, peace out, I'm gone. Are they going to, like,
for the whole movie to revolve around Peter trying to get her back to her captivity to be with her people? I've never seen a more heartbroken motherfucker on film. When Peter saw that big gorilla looking like Amy, like, "Hey, come on, girl, you want to? Come on, let's go get down." Peter's
she's
just like,
mine now.
He's like, "Oh, I see what this is." I see.
See what? Oh no, maybe that's what happened. Because see, Amy's young, she's vulnerable. She ain't never had no pleasure outside of Peter, but she got that gorilla, and that's what.
Yep.
And that gorilla knew she wanted to be smart. He's like, let me give me this young dumb broad. She gonna do whatever I say. So yeah, so she got.
But, all right, so on top, so I'm gonna try to make sense of that. In the sense is like, all right, so when they first showed up and those gorillas came around and they weren't fucking with her, that's because Amy had the machine on.
Yeah.
So she's
like, "Amy, big gorilla, I fuck boyfriend and I fly on plane that crashed."
Wait, hold on. Is this video going to be
so
posted? Because we're here like Bachelor ASL. I mean, at least.
Oh no, I actually know ASL, but that shit was wild.
Me too. And I'm all like, wait a minute, that's not how you
Yeah, what she was doing was not ASL.
Oh, it was
like,
no, it wasn't. Like, nice.
That's what was so problematic about it. Yeah, it was like, hey now, like Frank Marshall.
And the reason why I know ASL because my grandmother from Arkansas, she learned ASL because at the church they had a deaf girl, she said, so she learned how to translate the Bible. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So my grandmother taught me basic sign language. So she for the Bible.
Yeah, for the Lord.
Yes, he will.
For the Lord. I learned ASL for the Lord. So I was like, as a kid, I was like, that's not right.
you have this gorilla showing up. He's just like, "Hey, me, Amy, me come out the sky, me fuck white man, but now me want to fuck you." This gorilla's just like, "Who is this bitch?"
Yeah.
Nah.
Amy's probably turning tricks in the jungle for that other monkey the other gorilla right now. That's what happened.
Remember, they're sleeping, and then Tim Curry's character goes running off, right? And Amy's not there. So in the middle of the night, Amy was just like, "Yo, I need a second shot at this gorilla dick."
Oh my God.
So she gets up and goes out into the jungle. First of all,
he turned out.
A gorilla woke up in a tent with this man, and he did not realize that this gorilla woke up, unzipped the tent, and went out for a nightcap. That's crazy in his own right.
Well,
so she didn't have the machine on her. And then she's just like, "Listen, I know I was fucking up with the whole, weird sign language thing. I'm only here to suck dick." So then the gorilla was like, "Okay, Okay. So then
Amy turned out, turning
she
tricks.
comes running back to try to tell Peter about, yo, I got piped down last night. I think I'm good. And then she's like, oh, they're not here. So she goes and she puts on the machine herself.
Yes.
She puts on the machine herself. I don't know if anybody saw that. She put on the machine herself.
That's insane.
She turned it on, and then she found them inside of these fucking caves and saves them from the gorillas. Then she takes the machine off to go back with the other gorillas because she knows full well that those gorillas won't accept her if she's wearing this weird fucking machine shit. So Amy knew what the fuck was going on. She knew how to get the dick that she needed in her life. But the fact is that Peter is acting, and he saw her with those other gorillas, and it was written all over his face that he was jealous and he was heartbroken.
Yeah, Dylan Walsh played this for a while.
Not gonna get to hit it one more time.
I'm never watching this movie the same again. I'm gonna rewatch it tomorrow, and it's will not be the same.
It's such a weird love triangle.
The
it's Amy, Peter, and fucking Karen. It's just the weirdest love triangle, and
because she's like, she thinks you're ugly. Like what? Like ugly lady. Like,
well, that's the thing too.
I wouldn't be around a gorilla calling me ugly, didn't like me. Like he might attack me. Like
be talking shit.
Like I don't want to be around kids who don't like me, let alone a gorilla. I'm like, oh wait, your gorilla called me ugly? Well, I gotta go. You can keep the money because I ain't about to die.
I wrote that down.
Your gorilla think I'm ugly.
I did write down that the screenwriter John Patrick Shanley. I was like, why doesn't he like Karen? Because all the male characters just shit on her at one point. They're all like mad at her. I'm like, she literally is funding this trip that's basically at this point like survival. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? Which, by the way, when they got caught by Delroy Lindo's crew, wouldn't they have just taken the money that Laura Linney had?
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have even had any cash to negotiate with them because they already got it. They'd be like, what cash?
Yeah. They would have taken it all.
Like,
that was insane.
Like they would have at least taken her. Like they had two.
That's true.
They had two ways to make money. They had Laura, and they had that. My home dude said, that's a talking gorilla. That's money. Like,
oh yeah, if we're being real, like they never get to the jungle. Like they never.
No. Well, and then plus Tim Curry would have been dead because he owed them money. Like you take people up in there and kill. Every time you go in the jungle, people come out dead. Like that's when I said, leave this nigga right here.
Oh yeah.
How many times were they told, do not trust this motherfucker? And they was like, no, we're gonna let him come. He couldn't even get them on the plane. So why was he there? Like
Tim Curry in this movie, it's one of the few performances. I would say, obviously, Robert Downey Jr., Tropic Thunder's up there. I'm trying to think of another performance that starts off, maybe Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, that starts off at like an 8 and then bursts through and ends at like a 19. Like he was fucking crazy at the beginning. And then when he starts talking about the Lost Kingdom, which is the whole reason why he invested in Amy, because her drawings match the shit that he's been trying to find for years. He's like, it does that. You don't know. He's like yelling at Ernie Hudson. He's like, I have said it.
Well,
like,
the funny part is,
Peter's not like, nigga, I thought you were here for like Peter
I thought you were trying for philanthropy. Like that's the movie. They need a movie about him. How did his crazy ass get obsessed with this?
In actuality, Peter wasn't on that boat with them. Peter was on a separate boat. He was on the boat with Ernie Hudson and fucking and Laura Linney's character. So Peter wasn't there for that whole conversation. So, but the funny thing was, while Tim Curry is giving this whole ridiculous soliloquy about this whole lost city and things like that, Ernie Hudson is giving him the blackest ass, I told y'all about this motherfucker look, because he's not saying a word. He's looking over his shoulder. He's like, which is killing me. He's just like, of course, like I said, the motherfucker cannot be trusted.
I have a question for both of you. Mid-90s crazy villain in the animal film. Who's crazier? Tim Curry in Congo or John Boyd in Anaconda?
Oh, John Boyd. Oh, I need to rewatch that one now. He was crazy. Wait, have you guys reviewed that one yet?
Yes. We did it with Cypher Sounds.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and find it. I'm gonna go back and find it. Yeah. The only every time I think that movie, I think of Ice Cube, I think of J-Lo, and when he gets swallowed by the anaconda. Like that's
And then he gets spit up in weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, I have to listen to you guys talk about that one.
If Tim Curry had a better death, maybe it would have been like able to top it, the John Boyd one. But yeah, his death is pretty lackluster. He just gets beaten to death. Where, you know, you kind of wanted something a little bit more original. That's the one thing is like this movie gets a little redundant with the kills.
Yeah,
it's just like dudes getting their skulls bashed in or body parts flying, and like that's
yeah. Like I didn't understand how the monkeys were killing people, honestly, because like the way they
they're so strong, they're just like primitive. They just beat you to death.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. There was isn't that Legend or something? I don't know. But when they just keep eating. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Which is why Bruce
those
Campbell's.
monkeys,
oh, sorry.
And the reason why the monkeys were like that because they were trained by people who taught them, who were beating them and teaching them to mine.
Yeah, teach them to protect the diamonds and stuff, basically. Which is crazy because
yeah. And then like they revolted like it has slaves would. Okay. All right.
Killed their masters. And then they became the fucking overlords of the fucking diamond patch.
And then in the end, they still got killed by a white person. That's fucked up. You know, like
how did these apes survive? Like, did they not eat? Because I would imagine people in this community would know about these crazy ass monkeys, right?
I think that they're probably killing anything because, like, you saw those other monkeys that were being, that fucking boneyard there.
Yeah,
I think that they're like cannibalistic. Because also the white guys, all of their stuff was gone, right? And all the bodies were gone. So I think that they took them there and they were actually eating them. Yeah,
got it, guys. So Bruce Campbell just hadn't been feasted on yet.
Yeah. Because what was those one people in the jungle, in the all white, and he was like, and they're like, oh, it's such and such dead. They're like, well, they got many levels of dead, so they ain't dead until they're dead. And I'm like,
Ernie Hudson
was. What are those levels?
Ernie Hudson was the Clippy of fucking African studies in this movie. He's basically like, this is what this tribe does, and this is how I speak to this pure African person, and this is what they think about me because I'm black and I'm leading you all, you gringos.
They're like, don't.
So
he's
crazy.
like, don't move.
Yeah,
and I'm like.
It felt like Hollywood was like, who's a safe black to be this role?
Yeah,
Ernie
but
Hudson
had to be because Ernie Hudson's I'm not sure how his actual size. Like he looks like a big guy. You know what I'm saying?
He is kind of a big guy. Well, I'm 5'2", so everyone's big to me, but he is a bigger guy.
I don't know if he's as tall.
But he also looks like a pretty stout man. You know what I'm saying? So
he's like like if you you can tell like he lifts weights.
He's 6 foot.
Like I wouldn't run up on him.
Yeah, but
damn, he's 78. He looks great.
Yeah, it's great because he was in the Ghostbusters film. I was just like, yo, Ernie Hudson still got it.
Yeah, I read an article. He was saying that he doesn't make as much money as people think he does and stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? Yep. And then my husband goes, well, he's not that big of an actor. I was like, everyone knows Ernie Hudson. I probably can't name 10 of his films, but if you see him, you know who he is. And for him to say, oh, I don't make money like that, I was like, that's Hollywood for you.
I think he did a lot of theater.
And that's right. He does.
But even then, like, I mean, it sucks because he probably got screwed on Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. I think that's why it came up.
And that should have been enough to take care of his family.
Yeah,
he had invested well, and he had gotten a good deal through the '90s alone. That should have like put him in a good spot.
Remember, like it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, and then they kind of plugged him in there last minute. So they, of course, they weren't going to pay him shit.
They lowballed him probably, like crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. But you're great, King. Yeah. You were great in this. You kind of helped
because I'm from Southern California, and I actually interned at New Line Cinema during college, and that's when I learned about how the entertainment industry really is, like how it treats like people and how people you think are rich, like no, they didn't get paid for that, and how Disney does things. So when the writer's strike happened last year, I was like, oh, all this useless knowledge from college, it's coming in handy. I'm like, no, they're right. And so I mean, we were talking about being in LA. I was like, oh yeah, you're very, very right. That's how things are. It's all about who you know, what you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like people at studios can be very picky depending like about scripts, give me notes. Like I feel like the screenwriter on this got no notes, or like at least on set, no one was asking any logical questions, or like even in editing, there's just some weird shit that I'm like, for instance, this is a very specific moment in the film, but when the pilot of the plane that's their plane that's being shot down, Ernie Hudson goes into the cockpit. He's like, "What's happening?" And one of the actors playing the pilot says in a very effeminate voice, "That last one was a heat seeker. We're done." I'm like, who casted this person? Because that's such a crazy voice for such a serious moment. What the fuck? Like, he had to know somebody. That person had to know somebody.
Also, Peter says it's like we're jumping out the plane. The parachute says
Peter was
like,
a dummy. Peter had no common sense.
But he said,
"Oh my God."
Ernie Hudson says like, well, the pilot's already jumped, so you can stay in the plane if you want to. If the pilot's already jumped out of a plane,
would you have seen that?
What's that?
Wouldn't they have seen the pilots jump out the plane?
Again, this is also 1995, and that was a rickety ass plane.
Yeah, that plane had no cruise control.
That plane would be.
I know, I know planes have cruise control now, but that one didn't.
Listen, back in the 90s, they made parachuting and sky jumping seem so easy. Like anyone could do this shit. Remember, a year later, Power Rangers, they had these teenagers unsupervised just jumping out of planes. So
they haven't done 20 jumps. None of that. No. Hey.
No, they're just on surfboards coming. Oh my gosh, I gotta rewatch that one too.
Which I feel like if I were Richard though, and I had to jump out of a plane that's about to get blown up, and I'm in a fucking war zone, I would probably have a heart attack.
Yes,
like Richard should have died way earlier in the movie because he's just put in such extreme situations. It's like there's no coming back from this.
Also,
mentally.
if it's the first time you jumped out of a plane, no one even told him, "Hey, you pulled this."
Oh yeah, they never went out.
There was no tandem.
Yeah,
the only person who got tandem was the monkey. I would be like, can I hold somebody back? I won't bite you.
Ooh, some people broke their legs for sure. For sure.
They was killing niggas left and right.
Well, that's the thing too. They all would have fallen in different spots.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the
well, no, but this also the fact is you have people who have never jumped out of a plane before. You don't know how to navigate a goddamn parachute. It's just like, oh no. And they fall into a fucking river and they're still attached to their thing. They don't know how to get it off. Whisked over a fucking waterfall. Like it's over for you. Getting eaten by fucking gators. Well, whatever's out there. It's like it's done.
But that's what I'm saying. It's Hollywood magic. They're so irresponsible with this shit. That's why what was it, Fast 7 when they fucking dropped the cars parachuting and shit? Like
let's not even.
They do not give a fuck. Hollywood does not
First
give a fuck.
First of all,
about
that is
physics.
my favorite franchise because it's ridiculous. I don't care what anyone says. And have they started filming 10 and a half yet or whatever?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah. And I don't believe
trouble.
Paul Walker said that. I think Home Dude made that up. Okay, ain't nobody heard that Paul Walker wanted 10, and now we're gonna be at 11, 12.
Oh, well, let's be clear.
Total bullshit.
Let's be clear. Look at the celebrities who have been very open about how fucking crazy Vin Diesel is.
Yeah,
they're all very consistent. How
I met him in person. He's not. He's oh my god. No.
Yeah.
Hold on. So when I can't remember which Fast and Furious it was, but he was like on. I think it was like American Idol or something like that. He pops up in the crowd and he's talking. He's like, "Hey, immediately following the show, you're all gonna watch the next Fast and Furious movie." It's like the whole audience. It's like you're basically you're gonna watch it here, and he's just like, I'm just like, he's a gremlin. I was just like, there's something up with this guy.
He's a very pale looking gremlin in person. I was very disappointed.
Yes. Yeah, and he's a lot shorter than you would think.
I'm 5'2". I think he was like an inch taller than me.
Yeah,
when I met Jeff Goldblum, now he was really tall. I'm not going to say what I think was wrong with him that day because this is going on the internet. But I have met Jeff Goldblum.
I have an idea. We've all seen Jurassic Park with his shirt open and stuff. We know what he's doing because that was a choice.
Yeah, he was singing in my ear and holding me, and my husband was just like, because I'm a huge Jeff Goldblum stan, still love that man, and I paid the $55 or whatever to see him, and he was holding me and singing something in my ear, and my husband's like, "What the?"
Well, that's what you paid for.
Right for love.
Yeah, he was like, and they're like, "Okay, let her go," and I was all like, "Okay."
Hi, when I did the
yeah,
when I did the fly. when I did The Fly, I worked with an African American
I
woman.
do it again. Not gonna lie,
And,
I'll still let him sing in my ear, whatever that was.
He's like, in The Lost World, I had a black child, and I always wondered what it'd be like to create one in real life. I don't know.
That's the kind of shit he says to people, though.
I know Steven Spielberg. I can do something pretty.
Do you know him? Like, do you?
No, it's quite serendipitous that we met here today.
That's the same.
Oh boy,
very much creep vibes, but I like those creep vibes.
Well, yeah, you like this show, so that makes sense.
Right? Yeah.
Speaking of creep vibes, one of my notes is so she's falling in love with the dude who is in love with the gorilla. That's one of my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down.
Well, what did she see in him? There was
the gorilla, the man, and then the woman, and he's in between.
Well, Nicole asked, "What did she see in him?"
He's not even looking at the woman. Like he doesn't.
Well, that's the thing is, I wrote down, like to Nicole's point, like I think it was just a script that forced Laura Linney to like pretend like she was interested in Peter. There's nothing about him that's remotely charming, interesting. He's kind of a dick, to be honest with you. He's like, everyone's bothering me. It's like, dude, read the room. You were gonna end up being butt fucked at a fucking prison in wherever the fuck you are. Like you gotta chill out, bro, and just embrace the crazy in front of you. Like, you know what I mean?
All he cared about was getting Amy to freedom. I'm like, but like I said, why didn't you send her to a reserve? Why would you send her to a Congo? Like she has forging skills. Does she like? I'm not
Nicole.
sure how animals communicate their language. Like she hasn't been around them.
So what I found to be pretty
we can hear you now.
interesting.
We can hear you now.
Okay, so what I found to be pretty interesting is the fact is like, yes, he could have sent her to a preserve. He could have done any of these other things that would have made this a lot easier for him, as well as a lot easier for Amy to kind of, get a hold off of her new environment. But, and my mom always does this, but he decides to jump on a plane and fly her all the way over to Africa. Right, to a dangerous place that he's never been to before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he was just trying to get her out of the lab and away in somewhere for a few hours where the cameras can't see. I really think that there's something really nefarious.
That's an expensive detour. Like, I mean, if Amy's as smart as they posit, no one would let him actually do this.
Yeah.
Amy either would have been stolen or like he would have lost something would have happened where he wouldn't have been able to send her back to captivity. Or at the very least, if that was of interest, then a museum or something like that would have partnered with him so they could track Amy at least and like monitor her progress. Because at the same time, if Amy again is as smart as they're saying that she is, you don't want her going out the wild life and shit and teaching animals how to communicate and plot against the man. That's exactly what the Jungle Book was trying to avoid. That's why Shere Khan exists, right? So you ain't gonna play that fucking game. You gotta. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, we got some Patriot thoughts.
Planet of the Apes, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
She's Caesar.
She's his mom.
Caesar.
Yeah. She's his mom. That's right. Folks, we did get some Patriot thoughts. Remember, if you sign up at Patreon at patreon.com/mediapopcorn, you're guaranteed to have your thought or review of that film we're talking about right on that episode. So first up is Brooklyn Shoe Babe. They wrote, I suppressed all memories of this film until I saw the photo, the poster. Mac25 wrote, this movie is still one of my favorites. Between Amy the talking gorilla throwing up gang signs and Cuckoo Bananas Tim Curry, this was a great ride. Angelique Franklin wrote, I remember watching this movie at 10 years old and being absolutely freaking terrified of those killer apes. And then watching it again years later as an adult and just thinking, ooh, Hollywood really needs to stop commissioning movies written by writers who were clearly off their face on shrooms, because what the fuck is this movie? Laughing my fucking ass off. But you know what? I'm here for all the fuckery, because sometimes life is too serious. And we all need some clown ass shit like this to make the day pass faster. There you go, Angelique. Thank you. And then Kendall Scarberry wrote, absolute classic. Well cast, well adapted. It has a few good quotes too. I mean, well casted to an extent, Kendall. I mean, they were out of their fucking minds. I feel like everyone was on the booger sugar when they made this, except for the actor that played Peter. He was so subdued. It's almost like he was sad because he wasn't doing drugs. because everyone else is just like, hey, we were around gorillas in Africa, and who the fuck knows? But
All right.
Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. So, guys, you know how we do this. We rate movies bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and an XL for the exceptional. If a film doesn't deserve any fresh popcorn, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on top of it. So we sat
okay?
down.
Are you okay, Justin?
No.
He's on the booger sugar?
No.
Not
Justin, trust me, I've seen Justin on edibles. If Justin ever got booger sugar, we may as well call it. We may as well wrap this shit up. That's the podcast. I'm talking the world, because the thoughts in that man's mind accelerated will be.
What happened to Justin, man?
He's in prison.
He become the podcaster Eddie King. Coming to my studio like, hey man, you think I can get on the mic real quick? I just saw Rain Man.
I will pay double on Patreon.
I wish raindrops would fall. Well, out wearing a gold suit. All right. So we watched the 1995 ridiculous film Congo.
Yes.
Starring Laura Linney, Ernie Hudson. I said Eddie, and Eddie Collins, and Tim Curry. Those are the only people that matter. Nicole, what say you?
I will give it a large, because it was just what I remembered as a kid, but as an adult, I found the movie hilarious and ridiculous, and I was entertained. So I'll say large.
Brandon?
Yeah, this gets a XL. This is hilarious. I love this movie. It's so bad, it's so good. It's like I can't stop watching it. When I pushed play on this, Tati groaned, but then we both watched the whole damn thing. We've seen this so many times, and we couldn't stop. With Tim Curry, like, he's so insane, and then you bring in Ernie Hudson, who's smooth as butter, and you're just like, this is a fun ride. Especially if you have like a little drink with you and stuff, you just sipping, watching this movie. It's entertaining, man. That's what movies are supposed to be.
Take a little edible.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Justin, what about you? What's your rating?
I mean, I think that giving this an XL is crazy. Absolutely fucking nuts. I respect the large, but I'm going to give it a medium. It is absolutely entertaining. And you know, it's one of those crazy movies that I will watch even though I know it's a crazy movie.
Yes.
And like, I know I'm in for a wild ride, but I'm here for it. But at the same time, this is absolutely fucking nuts. Watching it with a lens that's not on some sort of mind-bending substance, this is absolutely crazy. But it's just the right kind of crazy for you just to watch with your friends and really just pick it apart and play with it. So I'm going with a medium.
Okay. Is it because Tim Curry almost called Ernie Hudson a nigga?
Oh, that part! I never caught that as a kid.
Yeah, I caught that.
I didn't, for some reason, I didn't compute it as a kid, but as an adult, I was like, oh, now that scene makes sense.
Yep.
I didn't catch it as a kid.
And Ernie Hudson was just like, go ahead and say it. I was like,
Ernie Hudson was ready. He was ready to fight.
I was here for that.
Was that real? Was that an ad lib, or was that really in the script? That's what
I'm sure that was in the script. I mean, it'd be wild if Tim Curry got so enveloped in that crazy ass character.
Also, for Tim Curry to say that in Africa,
that's
about the
respect. None of them.
A bunch of Africans, nigga, are you crazy?
That's like that's scary, man. That's scary as an actor. That's scary as the character. That's almost as wild as when Leo was on set with Django, and he's got to drop all those inbounds in front of Jamie Foxx and Samuel Jackson, some of the blackest dudes alive. I was like, "Oh, Leo, you were brave, man."
He was like, "Could you just CGI me in? I don't think we should film it together." That's what really probably happened. Because like, no.
How many words are in this script? A lot.
And they're all said mostly by you, Leo.
in front of
I'm doing this
the
on
blacks,
a closed set.
It was like filming a sex scene, closed set, only needs to be there.
No, Samuel Jackson will be standing behind you with his hand on your shoulder.
Smiling.
Oh, so crazy. Nicole, thank you so much for being a fan. Thank you so much for joining us for this epic episode. This movie's been on the list for a long time, but finally, glad we finally got to it. I don't know if you want people to follow you on social media or anything like that, but if you do, how could they do so?
Yeah, you can follow me. Actually, I just put up my website a couple days ago. I'm getting plastic surgery next week. It's go to goingplastic.com.
Okay.
You can watch my mommy makeover journey. There's still stigma about it. Hey, yeah, I'm a Black woman, 38. I'm getting a tummy tuck, breast lift, all that great fun stuff. You can see that journey. I'm actually going to be doing it next week.
Okay.
And you can follow me on TikTok, Bougie Nikki, BouGiennikki. You can watch my fun videos and me harassing my white husband. So come watch it.
Well, we wish you a very speedy recovery and hope everything goes well. And thank you again so much for being a fan of Media Popcorn.
Yeah, Nikki.
Thank you. No, thank you guys for the content.
Speedy recovery, and I hope that everything goes very well. And I know that's grueling, surgeries, things like that, the recovery process. So, like, best of luck.
Thank you.
Just don't watch movies like Congo where you'll be laughing and it'll hurt.
You don't want to bust a stitch.
Yeah, you don't want to do none of that. So don't watch any of the movies we talked about earlier on the list. Because you'll just be like, oh Lord, yeah, watch Gotti or something. That's like watch a movie that's so bad you can't even react to it. You're just like,
I'm gonna be watching Downton Abbey. I never watched it.
Oh yeah, watch that. Yeah.
Oh, like wait. There's no laughing in that.
Wait though, Maggie Smith got some zingers on that though. Maggie Smith got some zingers, so be careful. Be careful, just so you know.
He's like, I don't know about
because Justin ain't cultured. Folks, you can follow me. Folks, you can follow me at Frodo_Blackens. I love how I say that after I'm like, oh, Justin don't know nothing about culture. Frodo Blackens on Instagram and Threads, FrodoBlackens.com. You can follow the show at Medium P Podcast on all social media platforms, MediumPopcorn.com for all your Media Popcorn needs. And Justin, how could people follow you as well support the show financially? They choose to do so. I got to do that sometimes to point to center myself.
Guys, you can follow me at jbrown on all the social media platforms, but you can follow this show, support this show on Patreon, patreon.com/medium popcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. Our entire backlog is on Patreon. We have bonus episodes. We have, mini shows. We have so much content on Patreon. So if you want more, you need more in your life, Patreon is going to give it to you. Again, that's patreon.com/medium popcorn.
Yeah, and it's more fun than the way that Justin said in the threatening way. Okay, everybody. We're not going to just give it to you. We're going to give you entertainment. We're going to give you laughs. Because the way you said it was so aggressive. Like, you're not a wrestler.
Hold on. Nicole, what was that aggressive?
No.
Oh, well, I thought it was. Maybe it's just because you're black. I don't know.
Yeah. You black.
You black too.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Nicole, thank you so much again for joining us. It's such a fun episode. And everyone listening, we will talk to y'all next week. Peace.
Me and Popcorn, love you.